My name is Greg Freeze. I'm the host. The reason I'm giggling is because I just had a blooper. I'll probably throw it in there. But yeah, it's me and Dustin here talking about some topics. It's gonna only be a short 30-minute video. We did make the podcast already. I just have to edit it and get it for Sunday. With it being Halloween weekend, we're doing stuff tomorrow on Halloween. We're going trick or treating with my kids, and then so thing tomorrow. I wasn't gonna do anything tonight. I'm just gonna make this quick video that's not gonna need no edits, and we're gonna go on there. All right. So let's get him into the conversation here. All right, Dustin.
How's it going, man?
Do you want to introduce yourself? I mean, you don't gotta say your
Oh,
last name or nothing, But
I'm Dustin. I'm in my late 20s and I'm in Florida. That's really all there is to it.
okay. Do you go left wing, right wing?
Um, Up until I would say a month ago, which would have been like the beginning of September, I would have said I was more independent
Mm-hmm.
because I didn't like subscribing to either party because I thought they were both trash.
Okay.
But now I would say I'm more right for sure.
Okay. And what caused that influence?
Um, well, to be honest, I always kind of leaned slightly that way. I just didn't
Mm-hmm.
want to say I was right wing per se. But if there was a tip of the iceberg, I would say that was probably September 10th when it seems like half the nation was cheering a brutal assassination. And I think we know which half that was.
Yeah.
And I know I'm not a part of that half, so kind of made it easier for me to proudly say I'm Republican, I guess.
You know, I'll put it this way: like, not every Democrat's like that, but I'll call
Oh,
them
no,
more
for sure.
liberals than anything because the liberals are kind of more the extremists, right? They're definitely what's mostly in the representation of the Democrats now, and they definitely do put more crazier thoughts out there. So like, we don't even see like normal Democrats anymore. We see all liberals, and they're more extremists now, like Kamala Harris, Joe Biden. Like, they used to be hardcore Democrats, now they are definitely more liberal than Democrat, at least in my eyes. That's how I kind of subject them. Um, and yeah, so um, I just want to talk about the government shutdown, dude. Uh, what do you think about that?
Um, my opinion is same as it was in Trump's first presidency, and it's that the Democrats are doing literally exactly what they told us they would do, word for word, and they're
Mm,
hashtag resisting.
okay. So
I mean, we've seen some of the stuff that's in the bill too that just makes no sense, like just random transgender surgeries in like a random country or like I can't remember the names, but
yeah, yeah,
there's
yeah.
just a lot of stuff in there that's like, why is our money going to that? Like, come on.
Yep. And I think the biggest one in there, and they like to deny it a lot, is the free healthcare for illegal immigrants. A lot of people say, "Well, how is that possible that they can do it?" It's very possible they can call in to get healthcare, and there's legitimate option in there that's for like anonymous healthcare, and basically they give you a TIN number, and they give you healthcare through that TIN, and it's untraceable by any ICE or anything like that. So basically, you can go get seen at the doctors. You can go get taken care of all on the U.S.'s money, and basically not have to do shit about it. Um, so I think that's kind of unfair there. And I think that's one of the bigger problems. And that's actually what the standpoint is on, is mostly the healthcare things, especially about the transgender surgeries in the random countries, which I don't understand why. Just like you said, I don't understand why that's a thing. And there was also a big thing about basically getting that medicine for people under 18 that like basically helps people transition, but it also castrates you. Basically, it makes it so like you'll never be able to have kids either again if you're a male or female. It basically uh, completely destroys your. So say if like you change your mind and you want to go back to being the sex you were, you go back and none of your actual organs are gonna work the way they should. You won't be able to have kids. You won't be able to reproduce. Nothing like that. So, uh, is that a bad thing? I'm just making a joke. I'm just making a joke. I'm just making a joke. But no, of course, that shouldn't be a thing that's like pushed on the kids or even just grown people. A lot of these people get thrown into it and they don't know all the side effects and they don't know what it's actually going to do to their body. Kind of goes the same along way like how abortions are. Most women get abortions and they weren't even told what actually happens during the abortion. How it can actually affect reproductive systems after the fact too. So, but yeah, I feel like the government shutdown's a lot on like. Do you think it's one side more than the other, or do you think both sides are having a pretty big hand in it?
Um, from the way I see it and the way it's shown to me through the media, I think it's the Democrats
Mm,
that are more to blame. But I'm open to think that maybe it's intentional. But I
yeah.
mean, I have nothing to like prove that, I guess. But I just kind of think both sides sometimes are playing us.
So, most definitely. Neither sides are saints, right? Um, when it comes down to it, they are all pointing fingers at the Democrats, and even some Democrats are pointing fingers at the Democrats at this point in time. But the way I see it, and this is why I will kind of lean with it's a Democrat thing, is because like this bill, except for the minor changes in like the healthcare, this bill has been passed for like the last 10 years. They said through each president, and the last time I had problems going through was also with Trump. When Biden was in office, nobody questioned it; they just put it right through. But now that Trump's back in office, because they want to say that they have no say, this is their standing point. So basically, you're going to use this as a standing point to basically hold the American people hostage and basically say, hey, we know you're all suffering out there. Nobody's going to have a paycheck that works for the government. And also, the people that are also on disability are going to be seeing cuts here too. And also, the people getting food stamps that actually need it, not the people that are crackheads and getting it. But those people are also getting hurt too. It's
Can I
kind of
chime in?
wild. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I just remembered a video I saw actually that makes it even more so on the Democrats is Chuck Schumer saying that something along the lines of like we need to use this as leverage or something like that.
Yep, yep.
And I think it was talking about like getting money to the troops that weren't getting paid. I think it was alluding to that. So yeah, that was just pretty wild. And I believe he's the second Democrat speaker
Yep.
in command. So it's not like he's just some nobody. That's a
Yeah,
powerful Democrat saying that.
yeah. He's definitely had a big play in this overall. I mean, um, and it's crazy because a couple years ago he was like, "We should never put the government before the people. There should never be a government shutdown that actually hurts the people and they're
Hmm.
held hostage." But then look at what he's doing this year, and I love it because he was on the news with somebody, and they were like, "Didn't you say this before? And why are you doing it now?" And he like took a second to like really think about what he was gonna say. Like, bro, it just goes to show, bro. There's like so much Trump hate and hate for the president that like instead of like wanting to do what's right for the people and maybe work out the deals a little bit more afterwards, they want to use this as a point of like, well, it's either we get our way or nobody gets their way. And that kind
Pretty
of doesn't
much.
make sense because I mean, there's a lot of things that the Republicans want to pass that don't get passed, right? And they kind
It's
of
like
just have to talk about it. So,
it's kind of like they want to act like kings. I'm just uh,
yeah, it's so funny, right? With all those people going out to the No King protest and all that, right? But then they sit here and cry and they're like, "Well, we don't want no kings, but hey, king, give us our food, motherfucker. You just said you don't want no kings." But like, I don't know, bro. Just comes down to the point of fact. It's like I'll say it to myself too. Like, I'm on food stamps here and there too when I like actually need it. Or when you're like down bad, like I get it. Or like even when you're disabled and you need it, that's the same shit. Like You're using it for a purpose. And you're not just using it to live off the system, like how most of the country will do it. They'll pop out mad kids and they'll just use it against you. Like they'll use it to play the system. Like they'll have 8 kids getting fucking like $2,400 in food stamps every month. Like,
Oh yeah, it's wrong. There's people on unemployment that are perfectly able-bodied, and then there's people that are working that should be like disabled. It's totally wrong.
yep. So, but yeah, I would say mostly it's a Democratic thing, and there's also a side of me where it's like there could be a lot more going behind the scenes, where maybe the Republicans did these like minor changes that they knew that they were gonna throw a bitch fit about, but I don't really see like maybe they were using it as like a ploy, as like look how crazy they are. This is why you should love us, type of thing. Maybe they did that, right? But I mean, if that was their plan, bravo. I mean, bravo. But I mean, it just comes down to the fact. I mean, nowhere does it say like the government's supposed to provide for you. And that's a big thing though too. So I mean, the government's
Oh, like the illegal immigrant healthcare and stuff. Like,
that's why
I just don't feel like we're really in a place to do something like that. We're like, I don't even know how many trillions in debt at this point. I lost count. It's like, how do you justify giving money to non-Americans? It's pretty stupid, actually. Yeah, I just wanted to make that one point because it's like,
well, there's a big reason
I
why,
almost
right?
get it. Like I get the heartstrings are being pulled. Like we want to help everybody. Like a lot of these people are needy, but it's like, shouldn't we help Americans first, man? Like
Yes.
that's like the government you represent at the end of the day. It's the people that you represent.
Yeah, bro. And it's crazy because like on the illegal immigrant thing, right? Like it's crazy that like people are sitting here and like, oh, Trump is breaking the law, which he's not. Okay, he's following every law that he can to actually do what he's doing. Um, so there is that, and it's just like they're like hating him because it's so much because it's him, right? But let's talk about how Obama was doing it, right? And look, I'm not gonna even say like Obama was a lot better than Biden. Okay, I'm sorry, but um, Obama was doing the same thing. He was deporting millions. Like, bro, he deported just in his 8 years. I think it was like 2.8 million illegal immigrants, somewhere along those lines. Like, that's a lot, bro. Like, that's a
Yeah, not
lot.
a one was on camera for some reason.
Yeah, and then yeah, exactly. And you want to know what's crazy? Obama had these people literally sleeping in chain linked fences on the floor with sleeping bags, right? And there's photos of that, right? But nobody had an uproar when that was happening. But
Yep.
because it's Trump, right? Because people have like the TDS or whatever they call it. They just hate the guy so much that like they just wanna everything he does, they want to insult, but yet they don't want to talk about the 8 wars that he actually stopped this year. Okay, he doesn't want to talk about the peace that he's also trying to bring into the Middle East. They don't want to talk. They don't want to talk about him trying to bring peace between Ukraine and Russia, and he's doing it a lot better than Biden was because instead Biden was basically threatening Putin back and saying, "Well, we're gonna fund the shit out of Ukraine to go to war with you," instead of saying, "Hey, we'll still help you, but maybe we should find a way to make this so this it's not a thing," right? No, instead, he wanted the war, right? I mean,
Yep.
you could tell he wanted the war. I mean,
Trump's first term, they said he was going to start World War III, and there
yep.
was no new conflicts. Then Biden came into office, and then you got Russia, Ukraine, you got Israel, Palestine,
You
you
had
got civil wars in
India, yep.
Africa,
You had India and what was it? India and China? No, India and who? Who the fuck was it? India.
Pakistan, probably.
Yeah, India and Pakistan were on the brink of it. Like there was like legit like fighter jets getting shot out of the sky, like a bunch of shit, bro, was going down with them. And Trump basically said, "Hey, I'm gonna stop trading with both you motherfuckers if you don't stop fighting." Like they both were like, "Okay, we'll shake hands. It's over." Like but nobody wants to talk about that. They want to just talk about the negatives, right? I mean, and it's crazy. Going back to that government shutdown, it's like how much people just hate the guy so much that they'll go and blame it on him when he has nothing to do with the government shutdown.
I hate to say it, but like a part of me like knows and understands that like they'll never like him because he in a way like rubs it in their face. And like
Yeah,
it's hard
yeah,
to
yeah,
explain, but
yeah.
he's like he's you either love him or you hate him. Like he's blunt, tells it how it is. So if you hate him already, like you're gonna think he's an asshole.
And he's a clown, bro. He's a clown. I'm sorry. Funniest
Yeah, it's
president
just
we probably ever had. I'm sorry.
oh no doubt. It's just he shoots himself in the foot sometimes.
Oh, big time. There's no sometime. It's like all the time. Bro, he's posting like new memes every day, like AI videos. Like, bro, I don't know if you've seen the one, but it's him in like the scythe and the Grim Reaper outfit and says, "Don't fear the Reaper," and he's coming for for one of the Democrats, bro. Oh my god.
It's a little off topic, but it's like I kind of pride myself in being able to take a step back and criticize him too. Whereas it
Oh yeah.
seems like Democrats, they're still to this day saying that Joe Biden just had a stutter. Like there was nothing wrong with him mentally. Or you know what I'm saying? It's just like they're dishonest. it's,
Yeah, not like the
it's like
fucking yeah,
a
yeah.
child could see what was right there. You know what I mean? Like everyone could see it.
Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. And like when Trump was going against Biden the second time, I really didn't want Trump to win. So I was like, let's give Biden a shot. And then I was really like, damn, I really wish Trump won. Because, like, things were getting so bad, bro. Like, so bad, so quick. Like, Ukraine and Russia popped off, and the Middle East deal that Trump did make broke like 2 months into the
Oh
Biden
yeah,
administration.
remember
Like,
like the Taliban coming in and
yeah, bro.
holy crap, I forgot all about that. There's
Like,
people like falling out of the plane.
yeah,
Holy
bro.
cow.
It's crazy, bro. It's like,
And
I
that
don't
all happened once Biden took over. I just
yeah.
couldn't imagine like what the talking points on the news would have been if Trump was in power for that. Probably would have they would have been talking impeachment for sure.
Yeah, most definitely. Or let's talk about the facts, right? I mean, I truly believe this, and this is one reason why I voted for Trump this time, and I registered as a Republican, and this is why I really did. I got two kids myself, and seeing how many wars that we got were actually like a part of, and things were going crazily to the left, like you know what I'm saying, like out of nowhere, it was just crazy chaos, especially just around the whole world, and how like tense the Ukraine and the Russian war were getting. Like, bro, I really thought if Kamala won, we were all dead. Like, and that's like I'm not really trying to be like that, but I don't know if you remember this, but when Trump and Hillary were running against each other, Putin literally said, "If Hillary wins, it will be war." Like he did not want to see a woman president running this world, and the guy was already pissed off as it is with the Ukraine and Russian war. I felt like if Kamala won, she was gonna kill us all. And it's not just because he would have went crazy. I feel like she wouldn't be able to hold her tongue, or at least try to talk peace. Cause I mean, she never really showed that side when she was over in California, you know, judging people, and she never really showed that remorse or tried to talk. She was kind of just, I don't know, bro. There was a lot of me that was like, okay. And the only thing she's running off of is basically abortion, which who gives a fuck, bro? You're not talking about the real shit that's going on. You're just like women's my body, my choice. That's only half of America, and
Yeah.
even a lot of the women were like, that's not giving a layout on why you would be a good president. So I really thought if Trump lost, we were going to World War III. I really thought that. I swear to
I,
God, bro.
I feel you there, and I personally have nothing against a female president, but It's just sad looking at the two candidates that they put out. Like Hillary Clinton sat there during Bill Clinton's presidency and defended him getting a blowjob under his desk.
Yeah,
Like, you know,
in
just
the
sat her.
Oval Office.
So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like they put her for presidency. She's already got so much dirt on her, like so much history that's negative. It's almost like they wanted to lose to Trump, and then Kamala too. It's like her whole history is just tainted. Like there's just so much bad things to look at. Like her as a prosecutor, I think that's what she was.
Yep.
It's slipping my mind right now, but yeah, and she just imprisoned a bunch of African Americans from the looks of it with her policies on weed. So just
Mhm.
I think Democrats need to do better if they want a candidate like Trump to not win. And then
Yeah,
they put
bro.
up Biden, who literally his pre-election campaign was just him in his basement with a mask talking to like two people. Like it's shocking that he even won. Like, but it's no surprise that Hillary and Kamala lost. That's for sure.
Yeah, and like this is the thing too, right? We're gonna sit here and call the right side Nazis and fascists and all that, but at least we got to choose our Republican. We didn't get to choose our Democrat. Not one bit did we get to choose who we wanted in office if Joe Biden wasn't running. Right?
Oh yeah,
Joe
absolutely.
Joe Biden dropped out and they instantly just put in Kamala. I get it's the VP, but we should still have a say of like, ah, well, if our first president isn't running anymore, or if our president now isn't going to be in the run, maybe we should get the option of who's going to be in there, right? Because I mean, when you're trying to stuff somebody down there and fucking throat like that, bro, it usually never works.
Yeah, it's
Like
literally what dictators do too. It's like you're installing a
exactly.
leader. That's
hmm
the word. Like you're installing it.
And the
It's kind of
crazy
sketchy.
thing is, just like you said, I don't have no problem. There's definitely gonna be and me and my girl were talking about this. Like, there will be a woman that is equipped for it, right? That's gonna be able to do the job and get it done right.
Hmm.
But the ones that are out now, eh, eh, I don't know. I don't know. I know my dad said there was this one girl that was coming out of Florida as a Republican, and she seemed pretty good. I forget her name, but she ran with like Trump and all that too. Um, she was like running against him, and they were like picking the Republican like primaries. Um, she didn't make it in, but I guess my dad liked her. So I definitely could say there'll definitely be a woman eventually. It's just you can't take the woman that was only picked because well Joe Biden wanted to have a. I'm just gonna put it out there. Biden wanted to be able to have the black community vote, right? And so he picked a black woman. He legit said that I'm gonna pick the first black woman vice president. He legit said that. There's nothing else that
Yep.
people could say. Like he didn't say that. He said that. He said that.
And the only reason I knew who Kamala Harris was, I don't know if you remember that whole ordeal with Jesse Smollett.
Mhm.
I don't know if you remember. Yeah, he like faked being attacked by MAGA, and then she was one of the people in the front lines, like tweeting about him and like getting the light onto him, while also using that. There was a bill going on in Chicago at the time, and it was like an anti-lynching law, which obviously I'm against that. But it's like she was using that crime case that was completely fabricated to for evidence that this law that she was backing needs to get pushed through. It's like if that's the only reason I knew her, like it's just like I said, it's like you're putting forth these people that already have a negative history, and you're expecting people to pretend like it's not there. And then I haven't even talked about her word salads, how she just talks around in circles the entire time.
Yeah.
Really like you're talking to toddlers.
And it's
It's kind of
crazy
embarrassing.
because she's in a new documentary where she's legit like, well, let's get this. I have a lot to say. Biden, I fucking hate that guy. Like, bro, she starts shitting on him, bro. Like, straight up shitting on him, bro. Because he's making decisions that she didn't agree with. He's the fucking president. Like, okay, suck it up. Like, just because you're the VP, you also have a whole cabinet, right? A whole cabinet that also works on these decisions, and then it gets brought to a voting between the House of Representatives to see if it passed or not, and then it goes up to the Supreme. Like, there's a whole thing. If he wants to do something and you're saying no when everybody else is agreeing with him, maybe he's not the problem. Maybe just maybe you're the problem.
It could be. And it's like these people they're putting forward, I already knew their bad history, right? But then let's go back to Trump. Everything I ever heard about him before he ran for president was like either positive or neutral. There was never like these crazy accusations that he's a racist, misogynist, homophobic, Nazi, white supremacist until he ran for president.
Yeah.
And that's what I look at.
Yeah, there was one thing that I had to debunk with my girl too, and I thought it was hilarious because she was like, on January 6th, he told them to go in and riot and take the Capitol. I was like, okay. And she was like, but he didn't say to do it peacefully. I pulled up his tweet and the video of him saying, peacefully, go show them what you want. Something along those lines. He literally said peacefully protest.
Yep.
He didn't like he didn't say go fucking burn the shit down. And if you want to talk about it, January 6th, there was only it was 7 people that got arrested. There was a lot of CIA actual people there that were in the crowd. And when most of the people got in there, they went inside the Capitol and sat down, and people got it wrong. They were invited into the Capitol. They didn't break into the Capitol. And there was only 2 deaths on that day. While we look at the Black Lives Matter movement and the thing with George Floyd, the Democratic side, by the way, they make this huge uprise, and this is why I think it's such a shame, like a sham, like fake. It's because like if you have this thing that's supposed to be about Black Lives Matter, why are they going in and burning down black communities and costing billions of dollars in repairs and destruction? And multiple, a lot of people got injured, and there was a couple deaths. I think there was 6 deaths alone in those riots. But like they want to sit here and say, well, you guys rioted this one time, right? You guys are violent, dude. Like,
Yep. And then you can look it up. I believe the number is 279 FBI agents that they admitted were there that day.
Yeah.
And that's just what they admit. So Lord knows there's probably more.
Like, bro.
There's that one guy, Ray Epps, who's on video telling them like they need to storm the Capitol, like break in all this, and he never got arrested. It's like makes you wonder why. But then other people that were ushered in did get arrested. It's almost like he was a paid agitator.
Yeah, there's a lot to it, man. I definitely think the whole government shutdown is definitely think it's a lot more democratic than anything. I definitely feel like maybe there could be a ploy on the other side, but I think it's unlikely. It's there, could be a theory, right? But by the looks of it, it's definitely a democratic reason on why it was such a thing that's happening right now. 28 days. The same bill has been denied 13 times with changes to the bill. It's like they don't want to actually find peace. They don't want to talk. There's legit a video of the 2 main head Republicans talking to the 2 main head Democrats. And they're like, well, you're never here to talk. And they're like, we're sitting right here. Like, we were right in that room where you could have came and talked to us. But yet, instead, you guys show up late, and you guys also denied the bill instantly. Like, how are we supposed to talk to you guys?
They're hashtag resisting.
Yeah,
That's what it really
resisting.
boils down to, I swear.
Well, that's what Democrats stand for. You know, do you know that?
That's
Dem,
to be
Demo-
honest, like the last
Democrats
8
stand
years
for
I think
rebellion.
that's their platform is literally just resist. I don't know what else they stand for.
No, like So Democrats, that left side is standing for liberals, and liberals are for liberators, and
Oh yeah,
liberators is to reform the government. So
that's true.
in the republic, Republicans are like the main core like strings of society. So I mean, but let's not get any deeper than that because that's a whole rabbit hole. Kind of like how the Democrats were mostly the slave owners. The Republicans weren't made until the slaves were freed, and the Republicans were also made by mostly the not Democrats, but mostly made by the people who helped free the slaves and the slaves that got out of slavery. Um, but nobody wants to talk about that, right? So basically,
So-
and then they want to do that whole thing like, well, they swapped. They never swapped. There's two people that swapped seats, and the reason is because they saw how fucked up their side was. They didn't want to be the bad guy anymore. So the sides never swapped. That was debunked. So and it's crazy because the more you go on, it's like, our President Biden, right? President Biden legit dropped the N bomb in a courtroom with a bunch of other senates and representatives of the House. Like, so, I mean, and all they do is play the race card, so it's obviously
yeah,
still drilled into them. So, but yeah, that's a whole different topic.
that's my thing. If you guys want to play the race card, like I have no problem pulling up clips of Biden saying you ain't black if you don't vote for me or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, really, just hypocrites all around.
But see, and this is the thing, right? Because like in this crazy because if you have like any like person of race, anything like that, or even a white person that's like educated and they mostly lean to the right side, they're called Nazis, they're called fascists. Even if they're black, they're like, well, you're whitewashed, or oh, you're a coon. I don't know if you heard that.
You're an
I
Uncle Tom. Yeah, I've
yeah,
heard it.
bro, I never heard a coon ever in my life, bro. I never knew what the fuck that was. And like, bro, like they get called this just because they're not living in the brainwash. Like they're not gonna sit here and be sad about themselves and be like, oh well, you know, you guys did this to our ancestors. Actually, the Democratic Party did it to your ancestors. If you want reparations, you go get it from them. Okay, first of all. Okay, second of all, um, it's just one of those things, dude. I mean, you know where I live, dude. It's heavily a black community over here, and if it's not black, it's minorities. Um, the white population is the minority of Utica. We are one of the biggest pools of nationalities that is in like the actual United States. I don't know if you know that.
Oh
Like,
yeah, I know there's just a ton of Bosnians, Italians,
hmm
Muslims from all different countries in Africa.
yep.
It's crazy. It's
Like
really crazy over there.
like we're a huge pool. So like I don't really see color, dude. I really don't. If you're a cool person, I fuck with you, and it's crazy because it used to be like that no matter what everybody here, but you can see with how much tension has been growing in the country, like it's becoming a thing here too now, dude, and it sucks, bro. It really does. It really does. Like,
It really does something. Like I remember when the whole George Floyd thing happened. Like it almost felt awkward, like walking by a black person, dude. It's hard to even like. I hate to say it, like it's weird as hell, but it's like you know that everybody in the country's talking about it. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
it's like you just know that that's what's on their mind. It's just really weird, man. Like I hate what the internet did. Like I think people were less divided before the internet came out.
yeah. Racism is at all time high in the United States, at all time high, and that's no joke. And it's not this time of I'm gonna probably get hate for saying this, but it's not really about racism against black people or Spanish people. It's about a lot, and it's not even white women. It's the white man, and that's terrible to say, but you have a lot of these things like breed black. I don't know if you heard about that, but it's like white women who hate like white men so much that like they want to go and only have babies with black men, only. And this is a huge community, right? And then you got like a lot of people who just grow up thinking like white people are the devil. Even though, sorry to say, I grew up in a household where my best friend was Hispanic. My other friend was Amik. He was like, I had too many different nationalities in my friend group. But that's also just because where I come from, you know. I never really seen it and was like, oh, well, you know, that Asian guy is weird. I've never seen it like that because, well, that's all our schools were. It was just a mix of nationalities. If you were cool, you were cool. It, and it's just crazy because the older we get, you can see how much it's like actually dividing again, and it's terrible, dude. And it's like you got the Republican side that doesn't want to play the race card, but that's all the Democrats can talk about is race this, race that, race this, race that, and it's like they had slavery that got abolished, but now their new ploy to control people is by causing that division still in the population, right? So, and like just like you said with the whole George Floyd thing, or I don't know if you remember. I know you weren't even. Yeah, I don't. I think you moved away after this. Well, before this happened, like right around the corner from me, like a 13-year-old black kid got shot and killed by. It was by like a whole group of kids, and one of them was white, and it was causing a bunch of tension. And then like a week later, a kid pulled out like a fake gun on a cop and was a Latino kid. He got shot and killed because he pulled out a BB gun on the cop, and the cop thought it was real.
What?
And like there was like a bunch of protests here and shit about it, bro. And like,
They're mad the cop killed him.
yeah. And then
Dude,
like,
that's just, oh man, that's
and
so
then
cringe,
like, I
man.
think it was like 6 months back. You had a party right over here, like on the corner of my street. There was like a huge house party going on, and basically there was like a group of people that were beating the shit out of this one black kid, and these cops were trying to break it up, and they all were getting pushed, and like the one kid got shot like 4 times, his head stomped in, like bro, and the cops were trying, but like the group mentality was so bad, right? They couldn't do nothing about it, and then people were getting mad at the cops and they couldn't do nothing about it. But when you have 8 cops and fucking 30 other people that are trying to basically help kill this person. What do you want those
Yeah, it
eight
just
people
seems like
like?
a lose-lose, man. The people get mad if the cop like shoots somebody, but then they get mad if the cops don't shoot
Yeah,
somebody.
bro.
Like,
Like, so I mean, but it also goes back to that thing. Like, you know, there's already that stereotype up. Is like, well, what are you gonna shoot me because I'm black? It's just crazy because like that's like you gotta think about how nerve wracking a cop's job really is, bro.
especially nowadays, man.
Yeah, nowadays, bro, they can. And there's been a lot of stories. There was even a story like 4 years ago that happened here, and I'm pretty sure you heard of this one. The guy walked up, and they even named a street like after this guy. He walked up to a car. He asked him to roll down his window. He rolled down his window, and he instantly shot the cop like 4 times and drove off.
Yep.
Like no words were exchanged, nothing like that. The guy killed the cop just like
Yeah, and
that.
that happens all over the country,
Yeah,
man.
all
I
over the.
see that all the time.
So I mean, when a cop walks up to your car with his hand on his gun, it's probably not because he's thinking something about you. He's probably thinking like, "I gotta be on edge." Like
100%, man.
everybody hates us. Like
I,
everybody
I
hates
got a
us. It's,
kind of a story, but one time I was like 11 years old or so, and I was visiting my brother in Charlotte, and I was walking down the sidewalk with him and found like a huge, like 10-inch, like butcher knife. And like right on the other side of the street, there was a cop. So, like, thinking logically, I just figured, like, I'll get this cop's attention and give him the knife, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, I don't want some random person to step on it, whatever. And his first instinct, like, once I'm showing it to him, even though he's like 40 yards away, he's got his hand on his gun, bro.
yeah.
Like, and like, I didn't take it personal. It's just like common sense, man. Like, there's a knife involved. You don't know who this
Mm-hmm.
person is. Like, and the
Like
cop
they,
was
yeah.
black and I was white as can be. Like, it happens to anybody. But yeah, that was my short story. It's a little bit weird having someone hold their gun on like that when you're 11, though.
I bet, dude.
It's like you're just trying to do the right thing, you know?
it's like one of those things, dude. It's just like I don't know how you could sit here and really like play that whole like I don't know, bro. And I felt like for the longest time, especially when we were growing up, I felt like racism was like not a thing anymore. At least not to the extreme that it was. I don't know. Maybe it's just because we were kids, or maybe the area we lived in.
I felt the same way, bro.
It just felt like racism wasn't a thing, and like, bro, like as soon as I hit like 22, and I'll even say that before 22, like you know about my past life, dude. I was walking around the West Side. I wasn't feeling like anything. Like I wasn't feeling like, oh shit, I might get gunned down, blah blah blah. But now it's like I don't want my kids walking outside. And they're fucking 3 and fucking almost 2. And I don't want them walking outside with me. Right? Because, like, it's just one of those things of, like, I'm a white boy in a black community. Right? And it's very like that now, dude. And it's like, I wish it wasn't. I remember when it wasn't. And it's just scary, bro. Like, I remember I would be outside smoking a blunt. And, you know, if I knew somebody they walked by, I would start smoking with them. Or if I walked by, we would have a conversation. It wouldn't be like nothing like that. But now it's just like everybody gives you the evil grill. And it's not even only about the race. It's just because how detached our society is now, bro. It's like everybody's
I
so
see it too,
divided.
man.
It's
I blame
everybody's
the I
so
blame
divided.
blame the internet 100%. I literally
Oh, yeah.
that's the exact moment when social media came around. That's when society changed,
Well, it's
no
because
doubt.
everything's so publicized now. Everybody wants that story. You know, so if they can make it about race, if it's about a person of color dying, it gets blown up, especially if it's from the opposite
Hmm.
race or a different race. And this is also one thing I'll say too is when you see a white man die, it's not covered all over the news. Usually, like how other stories are. It's all about getting that really big that that big headline for the clicks and the views. It's not about actually bringing people together anymore. It's about causing chaos so you can get paid. It's kind of fucked.
Yeah, like you just reminded me, just so random. You probably cut this out, but like Mike Pence, bro, I cannot stand that guy.
Oh, I can't
Like
either.
when the whole Black Lives Matter movement was going on and everything, I remember they asked him like during a debate or something to say Black Lives Matter, and he like sat there and refused, bro. And it's like it almost felt like he was intentionally like trying to make Republicans look bad. I swear to God, because all he had to do was just say that, like, of course Black Lives Matter, but I don't stand with this movement because they don't exactly stand for Black Lives Matter. Like, there's more
They
stuff
don't.
going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all he had to do. He's a smart guy,
Yeah.
but instead he decided to divide us more. And I just wanted to say that Mike Pence is a piece of shit, and I feel like he made Trump's first presidency look a lot worse than it needed it to be.
It comes down to that whole fact of like, I wish people really looked into that movement. I know people just want to stand for what sounds right, and I totally get that. Because everybody matters. Nobody should die for no fucking reason, especially if it's like just random. You know, obviously, if you're a serial killer, you gun down a cop. Ah, ah, I can't really defend you there. But nobody, for no reason, especially based on the color of their skin, their life should matter less than somebody else, right? That should not
100%.
be a thing, right? I don't think we really needed a movement for it. And this is what I will say: that movement wasn't made for Black Lives Matters. It was made for the actual of somebody profiting off of that movement itself. And there's a lot of histories, a lot of like receipts that will show that truly on why that was made. And it wasn't made to help the community, but more to help themselves and divide. That's all it was really made for. It wasn't made, especially like Back to Blue. Like, I'm sorry, I can't sit here and sit inside of a community that is legit making a division. Right? It's already doing the opposite of what it should.
Hmm.
So it's just no. And especially when you say like Black Lives Matter and then like something crazy happens and supposedly the organization that's supposed to be helping the community the most has those people go and riot and destroy quote unquote their own people's shit and cause millions and billions of dollars of repairs and destruction. If that was really about that, that wouldn't have happened, right?
I feel like it was all just like a psychological thing too, like to do that while Trump was president,
Yeah,
to make it seem like he's against black people, It was just all part of the Democrats' ploy to just make everything about race. Then they even had the president and like Pelosi all dressed up in African garb taking a kneel. Just performative bullshit, man. Like if anyone actually bought that, I feel sorry for them. I really do. Most obvious stage thing ever.
it, there's a lot more violence that came from it than anything, bro, and it's kind of ridiculous because well, it shouldn't be like that, but yeah, yeah. So this is probably where we're gonna wrap it up for the video because we're about to go play video games. But yeah. So overall, I mean, thanks for coming and talking, Dustin. Um,
No problem,
we'll
dude.
do it again, dude. It was definitely fun. Um, this video is meant for no hate. It's just discussion. Obviously, you guys can disagree. Would love it if you disagree, but no hate at all. You know, if you think you're right, tell me why. Simple as
No
that.
doubt. If we had
Um,
our facts wrong, tell us which ones. Like I'll happily look up and see where I was wrong.
exactly.
I like to
Um,
learn.
besides that, we're gonna go play video games. I'll catch you guys in the next one. The podcast will be up Sunday, because this will be released tomorrow, which is Halloween. So, but the podcast will be up on Sunday though. So, there's that.